Hello, good evening, everybody. My name is Ashley Laverty, and I am so happy to be here with another Tiny Leaders class. Welcome to Fireflies, Forests, and Shadow Puppets. So this month's Tiny Leader series is super, super special because it's not just me. This month, we have two Kerfuffle ensemble members, Jessica Burrow-Logue and Malik Fortner, joining us for a shadow puppet performance and a shadow puppet tutorial. But before we get started, I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself and what else you can expect for today. So like I said, my name is Ashley Laverty, and I'm the artistic director of Kerfuffle, which is a theater and dance company that creates work exclusively for children under the age of 6 all around the Midwest. So check us out at www.kerfuffletvy.com. Now, everyone who is joining us, if you are watching on the Lead Center's live stream, tell your grown-ups to drop your name in the chat so we can say hello. And because today's Tiny Leaders event is all about forests and woodland creatures, tell your grown-up who your favorite woodland animal is. So are you a fan of raccoons or bears or foxes or bats or fireflies or mosquitoes? So tell your grown-up to share that, okay? So your name and your favorite woodland creature. I want to say a giant thank you to the Lead Center for having us yet again for another Tiny Leaders event. And everybody at home, please consider supporting the Lead Center by making a donation to the Lead Center Ovation campaign at www.leadcenter.org. Truly, any contribution of any size really does make a difference. So thank you so much for considering today. All right, so friends who are joining, just a reminder, tell your grown-up to put your name in the chat as well as your favorite woodland creature. And we are going to get started today with 3 big wind breaths. So we're going to inhale with our bellies. We're going to lift our arms up high over our head as if we were a tree. And then we're going to exhale out of our mouth, making the sound of wind like this. We're going to do that 3 times. I'm going to take a step back so I don't accidentally hit something hanging from my ceiling. Here we go. Inhale. Big wind breath. Inhale. Big wind breath. And third and final inhale. And big wind breath. Very nice. I'm going to come over and see if we've had anyone say hello yet. Ooh, awesome. James is here. Hi, James. And James likes squirrels. That's so funny, James, because I can see out my window and I just saw a squirrel as I read that comment. And Alice is here, and Alice likes deer. Oh, deer are so sweet, aren't they? All right, everybody. So if you are watching on the Kerfuffle live stream that I shared to Kerfuffle's page, if you comment on that, just so you know, I will not see the comments. We'll only see the comments if you comment right on the Lead Center's live stream. So you can totally watch on Kerfuffle, but if you want to comment, hop on over to the original live stream, okay, on the Lead Center's Facebook page. All right, friends. So we're going to get started today with a hello song. So everybody wiggle those fingers and sing along with me. We're gonna wiggle, wiggle, wiggle our fingers, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle our fingers, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle our fingers to say hello to our friends. Okay, so because this is not your traditional Tiny Leaders class, today's all about woodland creatures and we're going on a forest adventure. We're going to sing our hello song a little inspired by some animals, okay? So now normally we might shake our hands, but I think it might be fun if we wiggle our squirrel tail. So let's all imagine like you have a big bushy squirrel tail behind you and start wiggling it. Here we go. We're gonna wiggle, wiggle, wiggle our squirrel tail, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle our squirrel tail, wiggle, Wiggle, wiggle our squirrel tail to say hello to our friends. And we have to have our hooves like we're deer. So let's shake our hooves. Here we go. We're gonna shake, shake, shake our hooves. Shake, shake, shake our hooves. Shake, shake, shake our hooves to say hello to our friends. All right, I think we should do a grand finale and shake our whole bodies just to warm up and make sure that we are ready for the performance today. Let's shake our whole bodies, and why don't we say, I guess we could just say shake our whole body, yeah? Here we go. We're gonna shake, shake, shake our bodies, shake, shake, shake our bodies, shake, shake, shake our bodies to say hello to our friends. Yeah, give yourselves a sign language round of applause like this. Take a deep breath in, lift your arms all the way up over your head like a big tall tree. And exhale, let it all go like this. Awesome job. So everybody, today you are in for such a special treat. You are going to go on a forest adventure and see some really cool shadow puppets. And then we'll take a little break. I'll come back. I'll tell you some things that you might want to grab around the house. And then Jessica and Malik will share a tutorial on how to make your own shadow puppets and your own shadow puppet theater at home. Okay, I think I have talked enough. So I think it's time to bring on my friend, Park Ranger Mo. Everybody, on the count of 3, let's say, come on, Park Ranger Mo, and hopefully he'll come. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Come on, Park Ranger Mo.
Oh, everyone's here already? I'm not ready yet. Give me just 1 second. All right. Here we go. All right. Now we're ready to do this. Good evening, friends and aspiring park rangers. Thank you so much for joining me on this very special visit to the Little Bohemian Forest. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Mo, Park Ranger Mo. I've been working for the Little Bohemian for a little over a year now, and it has changed my life. When I first started working at the Little Bohemian Forest, I specialized in fireflies, or otherly known as lightning bugs, glowworms, or a blinky man if you're Jamaican. I mainly work with the Big Dipper fireflies, but we have all kinds here in the Little Bohemian. We have the little blues, we have the common eastern firefly, which are the ones you might see in your backyard at night. We also have the Forturus frontalis, which is a very uncommon forest firefly. Just to name a few of some of the fireflies you might see here. I've been very fortunate that in my time working here in the Little Bohemian Forest, I've developed ways to communicate with not only the fireflies, but with all the animals and creatures that live here in the forest. It's been a while since I've been to the forest, so I am so excited to be back. Due to the troubling times we have going on in the world, which I hope that you are all staying healthy, wearing a mask, and maintaining a safe distance from one another. Myself, Park Ranger Glow, and Park Ranger Bo have been rotating out on who comes to visit the forest on different rounds. And it's finally my time. I cannot wait to see who I run into today. I'm sure they all have some amazing stories that they can't wait to share with me, and I can't wait to share my stories with them and with you. What's that, Blaze? You want to come along on an adventure with us? Great. Well, Blaze is going to join us on an adventure. So he's going to come along with us. I'm so excited that you all can come along with us. I'm forgetting to do something. I'm forgetting to say the park ranger speech. Oh, you're right. All right, everyone, put your 3 fingers up in the air and repeat after me. As a junior park ranger, I will do my best to look at the world around me, to respect and protect nature, and share my love and knowledge of the forest. Great. Now you guys are all officially junior park rangers. All right, let's get going. Let's get out to the forest. Who do you want to run into today, Blaze? The bunnies. I'm sure we'll see them later. Over there. I think I see a snake. I see a snake. Do you see that snake over there, Blaze? Everyone back home, do you see the snake? Wait, let's wave hi to the snake. Say hi, snakes. Or if we wanted to try to talk like the snakes, we can say, can you try to say hi to the snakes too? It's like, oh, the snakes say hi back. Hi, snakes. The way the snakes move are so cool. The way they slither across the ground. It's so fun to try to make your body slither like a snake. Can you slither like a snake? Go nice and high. And then bring it back down nice and slow. It's so much fun to try to pretend to be a snake. All right, let's say bye to the snakes, everyone. Goodbye, snakes. Thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you so much for hanging out. Blaze, did you know a few fun facts about snakes is snakes actually cannot regulate their own temperature. They have to warm up from the sun or off of a cliff ledge. Off of a cliff ledge. They also, every time that they shed their skin, that's when they grow one rattle. All right, let's keep going. I think we're finally going to see the bunnies. Oh, there was one. I saw one hopping over there. Do you see it? Do you see the bunnies, Blaze? Oh, look at them in their cute little bunny ears. Oh my gosh. I think they're so cute and adorable. Can you hop like a bunny, Blaze? Let me see you try. I can do it too. Everyone back home, hop around like a bunny with us. All right, 1 hop, 2 hop, 3 hop, 4 hop. Oh, it's so much fun to try to pretend to be a bunny. I think they're so cute and adorable. Oh, goodbye, bunnies. Goodbye. We'll talk to you later. What? You know some interesting stuff about bunnies. What do you know about bunnies, Blaze? A baby bunny is actually called a kit? Interesting. I did not know that. A female bunny is called a doe and a male is called a buck? That's weird. It's very easy to get those confused for deer, if you ask me. A bunny's teeth never stop growing. They only wear down as they eat. Wow, that's really cool. I did not know that. Oh, look at that. It looks like it's starting to get dark out. don't be scared back at home. The sunset is so beautiful. When it becomes nighttime, there's no need for anyone to be scared, because just like we all have our stories that we want to share, the moon and the stars have stories that they want to share when they come out and see us at night. So if you ever have the time, with a parent's permission, that you can take the time to look out your window or to step outside and look up at the moon, look up at the beautiful stars in the sky, and take time to enjoy their stories, even create your own stories from the stars. Because I promise you, there's so many different adventures out there in the world that you're missing from not being able to see, by not seeing the nighttime. Okay. Well, I think we should keep going. I'm going to need you to light the way for me, Blaze. It's getting a little dark out for me. You keep me taken care of, buddy? Okay, I appreciate it. All right. I wonder who we're going to see. Is that? It's a bat. It's a bat over there. Oh, look at his bat wings. Bats are nocturnal creatures, so they only come out during the nighttime. Bats also, they can't see at all. So they see using ability called echolocation. Echolocation is where the bats make a noise, and that noise helps them determine whether if they have to fly higher or fly lower in order to avoid an object that might be in their path. They're also able to judge the distance that they are from that object that they're trying to avoid. You didn't know that? I just learned that the other day, actually. Bats are also the only mammal that are capable of endless flight. While others tend to have to glide, bats can always stay flying. It's weird to see Bat by himself, though. Usually he's hanging out with his friend Owl. Huh. I wonder where Owl is. Here, Owl. There he is. There's Owl. Everyone, can you say hi to Owl by trying to who? Owl says hi back, everyone. Owl and Bat usually like to play a game of hide and go seek. It's always so much fun to watch them play, even though Bat usually wins. Uh-oh, over there, over there, he's over there, he's over there. Got him. Owls are actually farsighted, so they can't see things close to them. So they have a hard time actually being able to see Bat when they're trying to find them and they get closer to Bat. All right, let's say goodbye to Bat, everyone. Goodbye, Bat. Bye. Goodbye, Owl. Owls actually cannot turn their eyes like we do. They actually have to turn their whole entire head to see. Owls can turn their heads up to 270 degrees. I can barely turn my head 90 degrees. See? Ugh. Ugh. Oh, it's so hard for me to try to turn my head that far. Can you turn your head that far? Let's try the other side. Try along with me. Ugh. Nope. Don't have the special powers an owl does. All right. Let's keep going and see who else we shall find. Think it's getting dark enough out that we'll finally be able to see the fireflies. You see one? I see him too, Blaze. I see him too. There's another one. There's another one over there. Do you see the fireflies back at home? There's one in the tree. There's one in the tree. I see it. Oh, there's a few more over there. And over there, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's so many fireflies, Blaze. Oh, I know those ones. Those are a couple of big dippers right there. Those are one of the 2,000 different types of fireflies that you will find around the world. Did you know that there are that many fireflies, Blaze? You did? Why didn't you ever tell me? Each firefly actually has their own flash pattern of which their lights flash. This helps them be able to communicate and to be able to find a mate, to be able to make more fireflies. Each firefly is also, their lights shine differently. Some shine brighter than what others do. I think fireflies are super cool. I think they're like some of the coolest critters that you can ever find. If you ever want to have fireflies in your backyard, a nice way that you can do it is you can collect about 5 to 10 bags of leaves, get those bags of leaves wet, and keep them wet in your backyard for about 3 to 6 months. Keep them wet for 3 to 6 months, and then those bags will slowly start to grit snails and slugs, and those slugs and snails are food for fireflies. Once you've kept them there for about 3 to 6 months and springtime comes along, go ahead, lay that bag compost all over your garden, and you'll start to see fireflies appearing more and more every year that you keep it up. It'd be a great way to get more of those fireflies in your backyard. Oh, fireflies make me so happy. Their lights just flickering. It reminds me of a disco ball, and it just makes me want to dance. Oh, do you want to dance with me, everyone? Come on, let me see your moves. Thanks for coming and dancing with us. Thank you all so much for joining me on this adventure to the Little Bohemian Forest. I hope you all have just as much fun as I did. What was your favorite part? Was it hopping around like a bunny, hooing like an owl, the firefly light show, or the dance party? I'll tell you what my favorite part was. My favorite part was having you all here on this adventure with me. I hope that you all come back and visit the Little Bohemian Forest again sometime. What? Blaze? Don't you go try and cook mac and cheese again. Get off that stove. I have to go. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye. Bye, Park Ranger Mo. Wow, that was awesome. I was dancing. Were you dancing at home too? Also, I learned, I did not know fireflies ate snails and slugs. So what an interesting thing. Thank you so much, Park Ranger Mo. Everybody at home, tell your grown-ups what your favorite part was and have them write that in the chat so we can see. And also, I'm really interested in what everybody's favorite shadow puppet was. Gosh, we saw so many. We saw snakes, we saw bunnies, we saw the big sun go down, we saw a bat and an owl, and of course we saw fireflies. So that was really cool. And if you are interested in learning more about how Jessica and Malik and the rest of the creative team of Firefly made those shadow puppets, you're in luck because that's what we're going to do now. While Jess and Malik are resetting their own areas for that tutorial, I'm going to tell you a little bit more about Kerfuffle. First thing I want to share is that song that you heard, that dance party, that was composed by Mason Snyder, and he composed that especially for our Not So Late Late Show. The Firefly team created a show called Light the Night, the Not So Late Late Show, and it's all about the 3 park rangers, Park Ranger Mo, who you just met, Park Ranger Bo, who maybe you'll meet another time, and Park Ranger Glow, and what they've been doing since March 2020. It's a really fun show, so you should check it out. It's on Kerfuffle's Facebook as well as Kerfuffle's YouTube. And there's a couple more episodes coming, so stay tuned, be on the lookout for those. Also, if you are watching this and you're like, oh my gosh, I've been so inspired. I want to tell you all these things about fireflies, or I want to tell you something that you should include in your next Firefly Light the Night, Not So Late Late Show episode, you can email the park rangers. They have their very own email address, and it is fireflyparkranger@gmail.com. So if you want to compliment Park Ranger Mo on his hat, or say hi to Park Ranger Glow, or what have you, you can email them at fireflyparkranger@gmail.com, and I'll drop that in the chat in a little while. Okay, so as we are getting ready for friends at home, if you have the following materials and you'd like to get them to play along, make your own shadow puppets, or make your own shadow puppet theater, you'll just need a few materials. First, you'll have to download and print the shadow puppet template. Kerfuffle dropped it in the chat earlier. There's a website, kerfuffletv.com/virtual programming, and you can download and print them there. You're going to need some scissors and some tape, as well as something to tape them onto, like a pencil or a wooden dowel or a popsicle stick. And then the last thing you'll need is a white fabric with some clothespins or some staples, or you can just tie it around. I'm just giving you the update. Jessica and Malik will go into a lot more details about that, but I just wanted to let you know that that's what is coming up. All right, I'm coming over here to the chat. Oh my gosh, we have so many comments. So amazing. Thank you. Charlene, I hope you can have Ranger Mo visit PBS more often. Me too. Thank you. Oh, Natalie's 22-month-old says bugs. Cool. Yeah, I like those bugs too. Oh, Eloise loved the bat and the owl. And it looks like Emily Hill's family liked the dancing. Well, you are in luck, Emily Hill and Eloise and fam, because there's going to be another dance party at the end of our tutorial. And I'll just give you the heads up that that song is also composed by our very own Mason Snyder. So be on the lookout for that. Okay, so it looks like Jessica and Malik are ready. So everybody at home, put your hands together and help me welcome Malik and Jessica. Woo!
Yay!
Yay! Hi, friends!
Hello, everyone.
Hi, everyone. I love seeing the chat and hearing about all those things. Dance parties are so much fun, right, Malik?
Yes, they're so much fun.
And what's awesome is bugs, of course, and owls and bats and all of these creatures that we can find around our house and in the forest.
There's so many different kinds, all around.
There is. Well, we are excited because right now we get to share with you how you at home can build your very own shadow puppet theater. Because now you can do kind of what we just shared with you on your own with your family and your friends at home. And I think you'll have a lot of fun. So to get started, we're going to kind of show you the ins and outs of how to make your own theater, how to make a handful of different types of puppets, and then you can create your own show. So to get first up, we have to build our shadow puppet theater. So Malik over there is going to help me by building one right now in front of our very own eyes. So if you have a sheet, a pillowcase, a piece of fabric, anything that's kind of sheer and see-through, or what we kind of say like translucent, so that you can shine a light through it and you can see it. Now a lamp would work. I've got a flashlight here, and I've got a pillowcase, and you can kind of gather whatever you might have around your house. You can do some hunting after. Malik, what do you have?
Me, today I am using a nice big sheet, a nice super big sheet for a bed. I have a desk lamp that is, very bright if you look directly into it a little bit. And then I have a nice chair, and I'm gonna use some thumbtacks actually to hang up my sheet nice and long along my wall here to give me a nice flat surface. For my shadow puppets to cast onto. Then you can go behind with your light, shine your light on it, and then voila. You have your very own shadow puppet theater. Now, if you can't make it this way, and you don't have like thumbtacks, or you can't reach as high to put your thumbtacks as high, there's also other ways that you can make it. You can just attach it to 2 different types of chairs that you have going on in your house, or you can tie a sheet to 2 different doorknobs that you have. There's many different ways. It's all about how creative you can be for how you want to make your puppet theater. Do you ever make a blanket for it at home? Have you ever spent time doing that? It's as simple as that, because once you have those sheets up and the light shining through, then all it takes is your hands, and you can have all different types of movies and plays or whatever you want to do with your own shadow puppets from your very own home.
That's awesome. So get creative. Use, like Malik said, your best fort making skills to create your own shadow puppet theater. Or it can be as easy as grabbing a pillowcase, some clothespins, or just some tape and taping it up into a place where you can kind of hide behind it and get your shadow puppets ready. So those are some materials, and our friend Ashley is dropping some materials, like a list, in our chat, and so you can see those right there. And that kind of will help you gather those supplies. So our grown-ups and friends at home, you can jot down some of those things. Next up, let's talk about building shadow puppets. So there are 3 different types of puppets that we used in today's show. One is very easy to make, because guess what? All you need is your hands or your arms or elbows or your head. It's your body. You get to use your body to make the very first type of puppet that we use in our shadow puppets. So when we were on our adventure with Park Ranger Mo, we met 2 different animals. Do you remember what they were? If you do, drop them in the chat. And I'll give you to the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. That's right. We had snakes, which snakes, all we do is we use our arms like this. And the one thing about snakes, you can see Malik is behind his homemade shadow puppet theater doing snakes. The main thing about a snake is that we just use our arm and our hand, but we want to make sure that our arm doesn't have like a bracelet on it, or maybe like a watch on it, because if we have those things on our arms, all of a sudden our snake will have a collar or a bump. And so it's really important that for the snake, you have nothing on your arms. And then you can make snake movements like this. I kind of like, my snakes were like, they're like best friends and they like to dance. And so they kind of dance together, which is kind of fun. Snake.
All we need is a little bit of a flute playing as you're doing your snake dances, and we have a little snake dance going on.
Snake dance going on. So you can have fun with the snakes. So everybody at home, try to make some snakes with your arms. Let me see them. You can make their little sound, their little. Great job. Now, the second animal that we met on our adventure was, if you know, you could drop it in the chat in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's right. Bunny rabbits. Bunny rabbits are one of my favorite animals in the whole wide world. They are so cute and cuddly, and actually I have 4 of them as pets right here in my own home. To make a bunny rabbit, all you're gonna do is make the number 2. So you give yourself a high five, and then you're gonna bring your 3 other fingers, your pinky, your ring finger, and your thumb together to make a number 2. And if you turn that to the side, there's your bunny. And what I love is your thumb can be the little bunny nose. And if you look, Malik is making his bunny nose move. Bunnies' noses move constantly. And so sometimes they move really fast when they get nervous or excited. And sometimes they move really slow when they feel safe and loved and content. But you can make your bunnies hop around and have fun like that. So that's how you would make your bunnies. Now I'm going to teach you another hand shadow puppet that you can do and add it to your own puppet show. So I need you to put one hand forward like this, and then take your other hand and put it forward like that. And then we're going to lock our thumbs. And now flap your wings, and you've got yourself either a dove or a bird, or you can have a butterfly. And you can keep your fingers together for one look, or you can spread your fingers out wide for another look. There's Malik, and Malik is doing
I was just doing one of our birds that you can easily make with your hands and everything for my shadow puppet dealer. And those are the few different types of puppets that you can make with your hands that we call hand shadow puppets. There are also the shadow puppets that we build. These ones are super fun. They're super great. We build these ones just out of our cardboard boxes and out of cereal boxes and all different types of materials that we have. This one right here, our fox shadow puppet, actually took up a lot more than just a single box because we had to make it in so many different pieces. There's actually the head for it and everything that I'm trying to give you a good angle on to see. There's the head for it that is one piece that we started off with. And then we were like, when we first were going through the process, we were like, we need a little bit more. It just looks like a floating dog head over there. So we decided to add the body for it and everything a little bit more, gave it some nice little fur up front. And then once we added that, we were like, well, we have a nice body, but it's still not quite defining what it is. So we added a leg to it and a nice fluffy tail. And that's how we were able to make our coyote or our wolf or a fox based off of what area you live in and everything. I'll kind of go behind and show you how that is. How it worked.
Thanks, Malik. Yay! Can we all howl at the moon like a coyote now? Ow! Ow! The coyote was one of my favorite puppets that we got to play around with and make. Now, in the chat, we have some templates that look kind of like these. There's a bat template, there is an owl template, and there is a firefly template. So that you can make your own, what we like to call rod shadow puppets. So
I'm going to cut mine out right now.
Yeah, like Malik said, we do different ones. So like the coyote, we had to build all different shapes, and we taped it together and we stapled it. But the bat is just one piece that I cut out from one of my cereal boxes. This one was actually frosted mini wheats. So that's how I made the bat. Now, to get a rod, we use these actual wooden rods that we got at our local hardware store. But you could use a pencil or a marker or a spoon, a fork, a crayon, anything that a popsicle stick, anything that might give it a little bit of a stick so that you can grab onto. And that way you can puppeteer it without being right close to it. So this one here, we just cut out. The owl, you can do the same exact thing. Just take your cereal box, trace the owl on it, and then with your grown-ups' help, you can have an owl. And I had to do a little repair to our friend Owl, so he has a couple staples, and then we just use some tape. And you can use Scotch tape or painter's tape or masking tape or whatever tape you might have at home to help put your puppet together. Another thing, my favorite, are the fireflies. Now, does anybody notice anything special that might be a little bit different from the bat or the owl that the fireflies have?
I don't know.
Do they have a green tint to them?
Oh, they do.
You see it? Well, those right there are actually what we call in theater gels. A gel is something, they're making lots of noise. A gel is this type of material that we put on lights to change colors. So we had some of those available, and I used green because that's the color of our fireflies to make them be green. But if you don't have that at home, you can use either just a plain white piece of paper and put it behind it, and the light will be a little bit different. You can also use tissue paper. It can work as well because the light will shine through that, giving it a different color. Or you can leave it cut out, kind of like bat has these little cutout parts right here, and that will allow the light to shine through. Malik, you're doing such a great job on making your owl.
Thank you.
I also did the same type of thing for the sun. So I cut out the shape of a sun, and then I filled the center with all of these different colors so that when the sun set, you saw different colors. We have another puppet that is in our play Firefly if you come to see it in person, and her name is Bo. Malik, would you like to share Bo with our friends? Oh, there she is! I love Bo. Bo is a rainbow butterfly. And we did the same thing that we did with our fireflies. Now, when Malik goes behind his homemade shadow puppet theater, you can see all the beautiful colors of Bo as she's flying around. Isn't that amazing? So that means you can get creative with your shadow puppets, however you want to make them. So these again are shadow puppets that are on a rod or a stick. Now there's a third puppet that we use in our show, and they're one of my favorites. You got to meet Blaze.
Yes.
And this is Acadia. Acadia says hi. Hi, friends. Yes, that's right, Acadia. Like we said, fireflies communicate by their blinks. When designing this show, I wanted to find a puppet that we could use behind the scenes when we were doing shadow puppets that have lots of details. So I picked this one out because it had really nice little antennas, cute little beady eyes, wings that you could move and they flap, but also that are translucent, and so light can kind of shine through them. And I love their little feet, so that when they were behind our shadow puppet theater, you would still be able to see some of their things, their details. But at the end of the show, I wanted you to be able to meet the fireflies and be able to rub their soft little tummies and say hi to them in person. So this is what we call a finger puppet. And it is I would say the first type of puppet that would then next lead to maybe what you've seen on Sesame Street or on the Muppets. And they're like more like a monster puppet or like something that you would use your whole hand, and they might have arms and legs. So this is the starting point to that. So Malik, do you want to show us what Blaze looks like if he becomes a shadow puppet behind in your shadow puppet theater?
Yes, I do actually.
I think Blaze is totally up for it.
Blaze says he's ready to rock out.
Yay! That's awesome. And Acadia can do the same thing. And you see that this motion that Acadia is doing is similar, but you get to see it in our shadow. Well, you may not. Thank you, Malik and Blaze. Acadia says thank you, too.
Welcome, Arcadia.
Acadia loves to give little kisses. She loves it. She's super excited. She loves seeing her friend Blaze. It's been a long time, so it's fun to see each other even here. Now, you may not have a finger puppet at home, but I bet many of you have a favorite stuffed animal. So, if you have some, you can grab it right now. I'm going to grab mine. They're all right here. Oh, I love them so much. Now, I see Malik has Mortimer, his penguin. Well, here are some of my favorites, and this is why I picked them. First up is Claire Marie. She's also a junior park ranger, just like you. Her best friend.
Lots of badges.
He does, as you can see. Her best friend is Park Ranger Glow, and they spend a lot of time together. And why I like Claire Marie is because, one, she's a bunny, but she has really cool ears. You see them? And she has this nice little round head. So when I go behind my shadow puppet theater, you can kind of see those details. Another one of my favorites is, does anybody know what this is? If you know, you can drop it in the chat. That's right, a narwhal. Now, can you tell me, Malik, why this one might be a good puppet?
Oh, because of the nose, the horn.
Yes, the unicorn horn that the narwhals have, which is actually a really big tooth, but it's nice and sparkly. And this narwhal has some really fun fins and a beautiful tail. So when I go behind my shadow puppet theater, you'll be able to see some of those details. Another one that's really fun is my pony. And I love her because she has this beautiful yarn hair.
Look at that hair.
You like it? And when she gallops and runs, look what her hair does.
It's all crazy and all over the place.
All over the place, which is a fun thing to show when you're putting on your own shadow puppet show. And the last one is my big, beautiful squid.
It's a squid!
It's a squid! Ah! And she has these great tentacles that you can see and this really unique kind of head. So what I'm going to do and what Malik's going to do is we're going to go behind. I'll go behind and I'll show you my animals, and then Malik will show you what his look like. Okay? I'll be right back. Okay. Can anybody guess what this one is?
That's a narwhal.
That's right. That's my narwhal. And
Remember that hair? That's the pony.
That's the pony, is right.
And what's that one, Mortimer? The bunny. You're right. I think it is the bunny.
And
it's a squid.
Yay!
Oh.
So you can have lots of fun by using your own favorite stuffed animals as puppets to put on your own show at home. You know what this makes me really excited for, Malik?
What does it make you really excited for?
I think we should have all of our friends at home get their puppets, whether that's a stuffed animal, maybe you had time to make a puppet, a rod puppet, or just grab your hands and you can make a bird or a butterfly, a bunny rabbit, or a snake.
Make a snake.
Let's have a shadow puppet dance party.
Yes, that sounds like so much fun.
Are you ready at home? Okay, let's cue up the music. Here we go. Woo!
Mom wants to get in on this action.
Woo, woo. Yeah! Great job at home! Woo! Get started! I've never seen a squid in the woods before!
Look at my owl puppet I just made.
Ooh, I like your owl! It's so Wonderful job, friends! That was so awesome!
So much fun dancing with you all.
So much fun. I am so proud of you. And I hope so. Let's everybody give yourself a round of applause. Yay! Well, now you at home have all the tools that you need to make your very own shadow puppet show. Well, we would love to see what you come up with. So you can actually, if you have a grown-up that wants to video or take some pictures of your shadow puppet show, we'd love it if you'd share them with us. You can either email us at fireflyparkranger@gmail.com, and actually all of our park rangers check that email. So Park Ranger Mo might even reply to you. We'd love to see it. Or you can share it on our Kerfuffle Facebook, Instagram page, as well as the Lead Center here. And we will be able to see it and be able to celebrate and see your own shows that you got to put, that you made up and you put together. We also want to invite you to just check out some different things that Firefly is doing. Like our friend Ashley said, there is the Not So Late Late Night Show if you enjoyed this, and we'll have more of those that come, and we have lots more friends. So we really enjoyed our time with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. It's been so much fun.
It's been a blast, and we hope that you'll get creative and make your own Firefly, forest, and shadow puppet fun. We'll see you next time.
See you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much, Malik and Jess. That was amazing. I learned so much. I'm very inspired to make my own shadow puppet play. And just like Jessica said, please email us, send us pictures on social media of your shadow puppet creations. We would be so excited to check them out. I just want to say another huge thank you to the Lead Center for having us here for another Tiny Leaders event. We are here every month, which has been so super special. So we'll be back on Thursday, January 14th at our regular time at 10 in the morning Central Time for yet another Tiny Leaders adventure. And if you are able to do so, please consider supporting the Lead Center by making a donation to the Lead Center Ovation campaign at www.leadcenter.org. Thanks again, everybody. I hope you have an amazing night and see you next time. Bye.